Alright. I think we are good to go. Oh god! Is that what happens if you stay too much in the main menu? Holy shit! God. Hey, Seiko. That was a jump scare and a half. Okay, thank you. Oh lord. Okay. Yeah, everything is fine. I think everything should be fine. It's teeny tiny jump scare. Jesus Christ. Oh lord. Two halves of the princess, right? Oh gosh. Hey Clinton. Can I load the game? Yeah.
You're on a path in the woods.
We started again.
And at the end of that path
the end of last
is
time.
a
Hey
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is you're here to slay her.
Alright. What are we doing this time? I think I asked all of these questions before, right? And not sure if it's worth asking them again. Something to keep in mind? Yeah. Same questions during different loops of the same playthrough might give new answers. Oh, right. But then it's never ending to try the same things all over again. You can personally use tab to see if it gets skipped. Okay. I feel like asking this one for now. Let's see. And just going with gut feelings.
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Alright, okay, cool. What if I say I'm not doing it? No, wait. What am I feeling like right now? I'm feeling, personally, that instead of being mean and trying to kill the princess, I would want to be able to ask the narrator a lot more things, which, yeah, I don't know how much of that we're gonna get. Like, I wish I could, you know, pester him with stuff. The difference is mostly in the dialogue with Princess and it being at the end of the loops, since it changes from loop to loop. Yeah, that's alright. We don't have to insist too much over here. Yeah, maybe this I didn't ask, but maybe I can ask it now. Do I get some sort of reward for that?
But you'll have to slay her before you get
it. Okay. Temptation. I don't want to try to actually slay her. Now this changed. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job? What the fuck? But, do I have an option to say no here? I don't think so. Or maybe just this one, but...
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
I have to do it. That's it. If you want to leave and not deal with it all, it's best left for the beginning of a second playthrough. It will unlock a different end at the end of the playthrough. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's much to insist on over here. This is new, I think. I'll say that.
As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find
I understand what you mean by playthrough. Yeah, that's okay.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Let me tab, actually, so we can skip the stuff we already did. Yeah, proceed into the cabin. Nothing else to do. I wonder what the cabin looks like now. What's changed?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
It's the same as before. I don't want to take the knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an...
Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the...
Okay, I keep forgetting to tab, sorry. Do you think you can get me out of these chains? Yeah, that's the thing, I'm not entirely sold on immediately releasing her either. Like, I wish I could just, like, talk to her more. But I don't know if,
Okay.
new stuff is going to be revealed.
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Why are you responding on her behalf, though?
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Oh, okay, that's new. Oh. I guess I feel like saying this again. Let's see what she reacts to it.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know
Seems the
what
same.
that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need.
Okay. Do I feel like asking anything else before? No, let's do this one.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
No, you can't make me. It will have to be the very last thing that I do for the sake of unlocking some ending or something. I don't want to.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. I mean, I didn't say this before. I would definitely not want to go back to the option of cutting her hand again.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
But let's see what does
You
this
attempt
do.
to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
This is familiar. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Oh, nice. What kind of tea? Please tell us when you come back. Or, I mean, I don't know if you hear it. But yeah, go get your tea. Return.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way.
She barely hesitates.
So
before raising
she
her
bites
arm to her
herself
mouth,
off again.
her
Of
teeth
course, we're back
tearing
here.
through her limb with a
Yeah. Right, and I get this again. And once again, I am faced with the choice. Ginger and lemon hot water? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Hey, Plato. No, I don't want to slay her. I'm
Fine.
not gonna slay her.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Okay, dude. I tapped out of that. Okay. Let's get out of here. Okay, what happens if we go to the locked
No,
door?
we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world.
No. It didn't end well. No, it did not.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
So this is very
What are
similar.
you doing?
And once again, we have all of the stuff.
Stop that.
You're right in time? Oh gosh. What kind of tea are you having, Zekru?
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do.
Your body lunges
Yeah, we've
forward,
done
the
this
blade
before.
held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I no longer have the chance to resist! No! I don't like this! I don't want to do this! Black tea with chocolate, that sounds amazing. Enjoy. No! Oh! Fuck. It's happening. Oh god. Fuck off.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there?
Oh god.
A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seamed the fabric.
Clinton.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch.
You're on a path.
No.
And at the end of that path,
I'm
is a
starting to
cabin.
hate the way this
And
sentence
in the
starts. You're on
basement
a
of that
path.
cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
I can tap, by the way.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
Yeah, I guess technically.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
The thing is, I want to understand what's happening. What would she actually do to the world if she's let out? If we keep repeating loops, like, I'm kind of tempted to just be there and to just go there and just be like, okay, let's free you now. What happens then? Because I feel like I don't get any other chance to put the narrator against the wall a little bit and like help me understand what the heck is happening. Slay the narrator, yes, I would do that if that option exists. I would pick that. And the narrator is evil and manipulating both of you. I don't know, there's something up there, for sure. Like, I don't want to conclude the worst about the narrator either, but he's giving me more suspicious vibes than the princess herself. And we've seen her do a lot of things, right? Okay, let's just freaking go to the cabin. Okay, let's go.
Oh, she will lie, she will cheat, and don't worry, you can trust us to get the job done.
Alright. Yeah, that is true.
The
Oh my
interior
god!
of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yeah, what about the mirror again?
The blade is your implement. You'll need
Blade's
it
your
if you want to do
implement.
this right.
This sentence will never stop to crack me up. It's just, yeah. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the mirror.
You reach forward
And
rub
as
your
always,
hand against the cabin
It's not
wall.
on. It's not there
I
anymore.
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Okay, we entered the
blade.
basement.
I hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
No, I have no idea. You give it too much
The door
credit,
to the
Mr.
basement creaks
Opportunist.
open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Wow.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Calm
Yeah.
down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous
Yeah,
little
she's
footsteps
already
coming
in
up
mean
the
mode.
path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
No.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
Maybe I can unmean her? I
You made a
don't
comment
know.
back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
How do you not know that? Like, you know, because, like, I would expect the narrator to be omniscient or something. Why doesn't the narrator... Why is he in the dark about it? I don't know.
No. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
Have you ever heard of the unreliable narrator trope? Well, for a narrator who's telling me that, trust me bro, the world's gonna end if you don't do this, this is kind of like defeating his point, you know? Of him knowing best. This just nullifies it.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
There's also this whole thing of like different shards of events, I guess. Fragments, if you will, like in Numeneko happening. And this just gives me the vibe that the narrator cannot see into other shards, I guess, into other loops that we've done. He can just assume maybe that we've done other loops, so he has some knowledge of that being a potential thing. That's what I'm getting out of there. That's the most of it. Okay.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Yeah, I feel like I've tried the middle ground thing and that didn't really work out. I kind of sacrificed myself in the process, which I don't mind. But it didn't feel like it led to anything.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
And I seem to remember there being options on the right side for me to pick, but I haven't gotten any, so what do you want me to do? Now, there we go. This is basically different parts of Princess. Yeah, I understood that part. Last time I wanted to save her against all odds, but today I don't care. What does it say about me? Ah, don't look too deeply into it, Bear. Don't question your own morality just because of a game. Just slay her, that's what I want, save the world. Alright. So... These seem to be... they don't all seem to be things we've seen before. Right, I like this. Look, I know things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. I would like that one. Let me see what else is there. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here? I don't trust you. Not enough to free you, and if not enough to get close to you, I'm leaving by. Okay. No, I think I want to say this one.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Nezu does one measly murder, now she's being mean to the victim. What? What? I did not notice? I guess I did not notice. Whatever you mean.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Okay, I'm sorry about last time. I can sense you're not happy with me. I'm unarmed, it's just your goodwill. Why don't we talk it out? I died last time, you didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. I mean, anyway. I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of these chains? Can't you get out of those on your own? Why do I have an feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you? I don't trust you. I'll say this.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. Well, if you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Ah, you mean me giving her attitude before the next? But I mean, I wasn't necessarily upset at her. I was just generally, there was like a lot of exchanges where both the narrator and the voices and whatever and her were saying things about me, but I didn't get the chance to actually express myself through anything because I didn't get choice. So I was getting a bit annoyed with the whole back and forth without allowing me some input, but then it was fixed instantly, so everything's fine. Prove it. Oh. I get the sense you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Okay. I'll ask this one for now.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Okay, at least we don't have any chopped or bitten off hands this time. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that as a W.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little...
But still, it still begs the question, why does she need me? Why does she need me? If the chains don't keep her there, what keeps her there?
A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay, this is the only option that I like so far. Fine, let's go.
Yes.
What happens?
Let's
see.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Last time she couldn't take them off without hurting herself though. Must have gone on a diet. Yeah, I don't know. Or it could have been like some sort of putting on a show, but for what? I don't know.
She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one that lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
Yes, and her ears are pointy. Maybe this is what... And she has like claws and like maybe fur on her arms. Is this what you meant by Catgirl, Zeku? Also, hi Moth-chan, I missed the message. Sorry. Hi.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out.
Yes.
If you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Lion girl. Okay, somewhere feline. It works. It's enough. Explore you first. Step onto the stairs. No, you first.
And turn my back on you. Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
Just go first.
You're the one who said you can't leave here without me, which means I hold all the cards. Either you go first or we stay here, up to you. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I don't particularly feel like pushing it though. Last time she was in front of us and the narrator forced us to slay her. Let's go on the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you
Interesting
do.
that she actually fears you to some extent. I don't know.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
The thing is, even if we're facing her, she can still attack us if she wants to. It's not like we have the power to stop her.
The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Yeah, but still, then things don't connect. Because if she needs us to get out of the basement, but then she's incapacitating us at the bottom of the basement, then what is she achieving? Because otherwise, if she can get out of her chains and she can just leave, then like, why are we even part of the equation?
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Maybe we can chill down here together for a while. Plus one friend. Yeah, let's chill together forever until the end of time. Basically, you hurt her last time without reason, and she hurt you without reason. The question is where you go from here. Okay. I can't get up, you broke my back. What the hell was that for? I was trying to help you out of here. We were never going to get up those stairs, were we? We could have gotten out of here if we'd just trusted each other. Say nothing. Poof. I guess I feel like this one or saying nothing. I don't like the others. Or maybe this, but like we're looping back to the trust conversation. Which I don't know.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
Your words kinda manifest here. I can't tell how they're gonna manifest. I don't know what that means.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. It's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Looks like it.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved.
Quality time.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Sure, enjoy.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
Oh god. He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Alright. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Fuck does that mean? Who is you? Who is me? Ah! It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, but you always get scared. Who am I talking to? Am I talking to the voice of the hero? Or am I talking to the princess? I guess I'm talking to one of the voices, right? Right? Who am I talking to? I'll say this maybe.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Right, so we're talking to the voice of the hero.
Yeah, if he
Alright.
thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. I'll say this one.
Okay. If you say so,
Yeah.
we'll trust you.
All of the voices get wiped when you touch mirror, but you're still left, meaning you're not the same as voice of hero. Okay. I felt like there were like parts of me or something.
Finally! We're going places.
Let's go. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. What do I look like now? Ooh, I'm melting. Or I've withered, okay. Alright. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. This song is so pretty. I like it. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? You know that at the end of this, once you've finished, I'm going to kill you right now. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? I'll ask this first.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths. and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
I'll say this too.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Oh, hey Chidoreen! Hi. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. No, I'll say the first one.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
I also want to say to her that she can't be a contradiction, but I don't know if contradictions don't exist as a good argument for that. I'll say
And
it.
yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. As easily as you can stand to be you, you are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
I like when she goes deeply philosophical on me. I want more of this. This is so good. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
I don't like this. I'm not gonna kill her. Have you figured out what you'll want when we're finished? Do you still not care what I bring you next? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? I'm ready to go back. Okay. This one.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
I guess I'll ask this one and that's it.
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Aww. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Yeah, that always takes me, I don't know why, that always takes me by surprise. Everything goes dark and you die. Oh god.
You're on
Zeku
a
has a
path
suggestion.
in the woods, and at the end of that, you're here.
Oh god. I feel like just take me, silently continue to the cabin. I don't want to slay her. Bring the knife, talk to her, try to slay her. Why? I don't want to talk to the narrator anymore. It's useless
you
there
make
in
your
the
way up
beginning.
the short path to the cabin. We're not gonna go ignore him. He doesn't.
Oh god, Zeku.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is
since you
stale and
suggested
musty,
it.
and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
I was
The
all
only
ready to just...
furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I was all ready to just like burst in and be like, okay, we're getting out of here. Forget all of this. But you telling me to do the absolute opposite.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I guess if Zeku says so, I'll trust you.
You take the blade from the table.
I don't like it.
It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
No, this is the
The
same
door to the
playthrough.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
It's
This
another
is an
loop, but it's not a
oppressive
different
place.
playthrough.
The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient
Okay,
wall.
we can tab this out. It's the fourth. Yeah, what we did earlier was the third loop.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Yeah, this is not gonna go nicely.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Right, so you told me to take that, then just say that I want to talk.
Then why did
Right.
you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat.
She makes a compelling point.
So I guess I tighten my grip
You
here.
ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Alright. I don't know, that's what you
Poor
told
thing.
me to
Your hands
do.
are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if
Go
she's
into this
bluffing?
expecting to die, you're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Oh god, Zeku. I do it out of blind trust for you, okay? And I don't know what this is gonna be. Jesus.
You charge the princess, blade
Oh,
trembling
God.
in your hand,
Feels so
but you've
bad.
already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
Ugh. So the fact that I wanted to like maybe say an extra thing before jumping to the slaying means that I hesitated, so now it's different? Oh gosh. Fuck, I fucked it up.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
You let her plant the idea that she's dangerous in your head and it became so, okay. But I like trying to like, you know, taking all of the options to like explore the dialogue before I actually decide on something. I suppose that is my downfall. That's what I shouldn't do. I should just ignore and like do the thing. Ugh. So her words affect your reality as your words affect hers. Maybe.
You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Goodbye. The tower.
You're on a path in the woods,
Oh god.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ugh.
You're here to slay her.
Just go. I don't want to chat.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Voice of the broken. Yeah, I guess it is similar in a way, Clinton. The being at the end said not to worry about the hurt you cause her vessels. I know, but like, I still don't like causing hurt senselessly. I don't like causing it even if I do have a reason, like to defend myself, much less senselessly. Oh, okay.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
Oh, I want to pat the voice of the broken.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Huh. Yeah, that's an interesting take. Even scars are a texture that creates textured life experiences. That's true. That's a cool take.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
What's the cabin like?
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its
Oh,
humble
gosh.
exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
We gotta climb a ladder to get to the blade if we want to. Okay. Do I still have to murder her? Or can I just like skip that this time?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
I can try it around. Okay, I don't want to take the blade.
We don't feel small. We are small.
I wonder if me trying to explore the mirror does something in it every time. Because I would want to address it, but maybe I'm messing it up by doing that? I'm not sure. I feel like I want to check.
You walk up to the wall next to the base. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Okay, and we do it again, and there's nothing
You reach
there.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you
Okay.
know how we should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Alright.
No blade
Sure.
this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
Aww. I want to wrap a blanket around the voice of the broken and hand him a cup of hot cocoa. I don't know why. So.
The door to the basement
Okay,
creaks
that's alright,
open,
Psycho.
revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you
Fancy.
are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
The heck does that mean?
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you,
holy heck.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
Oh god. I don't know. I wasn't expecting to have to give an answer to this. The ones in this route would enjoy fighting. Okay. See this as an absolute win. Fine.
On her command,
Alright,
you fall
let's
to
go.
the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
Let's see, where does this go?
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her. Then you shouldn't have trusted us.
I was about to say the same thing.
We could do to stop her then, and there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
I wonder what it says about me that so far I have vibed with the voice of the paranoid and now the voice of the broken. What does that mean? Oh god.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Voice of the hunted, oh god. Dude, are you saying that in the sense that I'll probably like it even more, or what? I want to know what's up with the ending of the world, but if you're saying me saying stuff makes them manifest, then me bringing it up will end the world. It's another cautious one, okay. I think Harry will just hear her out. Like, I do want to know more about it, but I don't know. Okay.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
I've brought up the end of the world. Okay,
It's
that's
time
great.
for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
At this point, no. What would you have me do? What have you planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be. Okay, I like that as an option. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. I don't think we're in a spot to bargain right now. What happened to you after I died? I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her. Ooh. I'll say this first.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Divine truth. Okay, what have you planned?
And all you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, why do you need me to break the chains? That's never-ending question. Bows before the goddess. I just walked in on a javelin. Hi. What happened to you after I died? I'll ask you
Know
again.
the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Yeah, Umineko episode 2 ending vibes. I get it. I'll be the one in the chains and in all fours. Yeah, got it. I do want to ask this, to be honest. Am I gonna upset her even more?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Okay, I'm yours to command.
Your
Have at
will
it.
was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
Why do we
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her, not when the stakes are so high, not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way.
Yes, pretty much,
A
Clinton.
greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me.
What does that mean?
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she referring to the narrator?
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
Well, if it's part of the game, it's not spoiling, you know?
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Okay.
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
What if I don't believe what happens then? I have to, it's over, I'm sorry, break her chains. Well, I don't know what this means. I have to, it's over, I'm sorry.
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart.
It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever.
I doubt that's gonna be the case, Mr. Broken.
Please don't do this.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
That's funny. Okay.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
Interesting. She said I am free, but the voice of the narrator said she's loose. That was a slight difference. Gives you something to think about as you do the others. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to be thinking about though.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
What happened?
Nothing. And then, everything.
But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Think about how hot she is.
Try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before, and you always get scared. I said this before. Let's approach. It's fine. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. I don't want to look at us.
The voices feel small, distanced, as you approach. That's a whole lot of hot. Yeah. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. I don't know what that means. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
This is the 4th time. I think I'm counting right, yeah. Twice last stream, and this is the 2nd time this stream. Yeah. Do you think there are people out there? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? Oh, this is a really good one. How many more vessels we need to bring you? I'm ready to go back. Wait, I want to ask this.
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. Well, How do I know that for a fact? He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. Nah. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. Why do these have quotes? And this doesn't? What does this mean? The italics, the quotes, the... I just want the answers. I don't want to kill anyone.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
I like that she speaks through vessels but needs to use those hands for it. So for this one, it takes a whole lot of hands to move her mouth. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I would want to ask this too.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own, and because of that, nothing can't exist. This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Why only two? Do you think there are people? Do you know what's going to happen?
If I did, I would already be awake.
That's a good answer, I guess.
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
For she would not be able to mourn you is such a cold line. Yeah, it is. But the thing is, stuff like that, you don't do it because the other person would be able to do it for you. You just do it because you feel it, right? So... it's not an exchange, it's not a transaction, that's what I mean. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Oh, really? Are we?
I will be here, waiting for you.
Oh. God, why does it always do that to me? Like, it's the fourth time. I'm such an idiot. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, you're right. It might be because it's the sound of glass shattering that it has such an effect on me. Some reason. Oh god, okay. Can I just go and like try to break her out? Like no talks, no anything, because I don't know what else. That's the only one other thing I know I want to try to do. Continue.
You make your way up the short.
Proceed. We don't take the blade. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
They locked me out of them, so yeah, okay. I guess that's one of the facets of the princess, but I don't know what it means if I'm locked out of it. One more go for it. Yeah, okay. But in this game, you won't even let me face if you drop a glass arrow and shatter it. Ugh. The thing is, the glasses and cups that I own, I care about them very deeply because they each mean something. And unfortunately, over the years, I have dropped and broken 2 of them. And for 2 of the glasses that I own, sorry, not cups. Cups are fine. And each time I felt like I was sweeping the shards of my heart onto that with the broom and then throwing it out. So yeah, I'd rather not break anything. Yeah. I had these Coca-Cola glasses that were on promo in McDonald's in France, and I collected them at some point, and I transported them from France to Romania. They survived the whole journey, and two of them didn't survive my stumbly hands. Okay, so that was very sad because they were memories. Yeah, now they lie at the bottom of the shelf, or like at the back of the shelf, sorry, and I don't touch them because I don't want to break them. Yeah, but they're there. Yeah, they were really cool. I like them. Yeah, I still have like 4 of them, so it's not like a huge loss, but yeah, I was sad. Okay, I was sad. No, I mean I keep the ones that I have left, not the ones that were shattered. Like those that were shattered went to the garbage. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I went off track.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes.
Oh, I can't. We have to talk first. Okay.
Okay.
I don't have the option anymore. I can go retrieve the blade in 2 of them. And then these are something else. God damn. They're forcing me.
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She
It's the same
knows what
stuff.
she'd do.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I don't want to say this one. But what else can I do? They're forcing me, right? I said most of these already. I don't think they're gonna do anything new. Oh hey, thank you for the hydration. Yes, I'll have a sip. You should drink from one on stream someday. Oh. I mean, yeah, here there isn't much, if it's like just on the desk, there isn't much risk of me dropping it. It's not like you'd believe me. Okay, but I don't think you're actually... Okay, I have these options again with that. Okay.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Okay.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Seems like I weaseled my way out of it somehow, but I guess we're gonna get back to it and I have to go get the blade anyway.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the camp.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? She's gonna eat her hand off again. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying. I mean, going to check upstairs always ends up with the door actually getting locked in our face. But maybe then she won't eat her hand off. I don't know.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
It's not as bad as you seem to think. I
You
I
attempt
would
to make
want
your
her
way out
not
of
to
the
bite her
basement,
hand off
but
if
the
I
door
can.
at the top of the stairs slams.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
someone
okay.
else here?
This doesn't work, so we return.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Be the key, manifest the key. I mean, last time we broke her out of the chains just by saying, okay, and now we break off the chains, and it happened, like, you know, like the dungeon master in the D&D game or something.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's
Believe
voice.
you are the key. Yeah.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here
She
together.
barely hesitates before raising
She
her
did it
arm to her
again.
mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of it as she rips her flesh from her bone. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way
You're
down
gonna
here,
force
but
me
if
into
there's
it
a time
again.
to
Oh,
strike,
God.
It's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I only have Slay the Princess as an option. Ugh. Yeah, this is all I have. Anything is a key with enough force. Oh, that's a statement.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't
The look,
waver
okay.
now.
Okay. Ultra Instinct. Hiya.
As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again
Oh,
as you're
God.
tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Oh. I can give up now? What?
Are you serious?
What?
As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job.
Mm-hmm. Is it called choosing if that's the only option I have, Clinton? I guess we could do that only at like a fresh beginning. Something, I don't know.
The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Let's go.
A warning. Before you... She will lie. She will cheat. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom?
Voice of the hunted. There
or
we
is
go.
it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
I had no options, Javeliner. The game forced me to pick those things. This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Yeah, that's pretty much what it feels like. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Sadly, this game forces you into different results. I mean, that's good. We get to see multiple things, but I guess because of the previous things that we've done, having like a clean run of like, no, I don't want to listen to anything, I'm just gonna help her escape, is not possible at this point in time. I guess I need a completely clean, fresh playthrough for that, right? Something like that.
Maybe.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. No steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk. I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Yeah, except we can never come back, but that's fine, I don't care. I skipped the mirror too, there's never anything about it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move.
Where? Don't you hear that clinking? She's in chains again, we're fine. You're about to attack me, aren't you? I can see right through you. We don't have to kill each other, you know that, right? I guess I'll just say this one.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous
lunges
from the shadows, her more unhinged and dripping. her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
I
She
guess.
is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
I guess she wasn't up for a
I
conversation.
guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you.
You mean
its
her
slick
stomach?
surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
We miss more philosophical roots. I'm sorry, okay? I can't hit all of the points, especially when I don't know what the thing is about, right? I guess it's not meant to be that way. Like, I have this feeling, or this gut feeling, that it's more meaningful if you just try to pick whatever you feel like in the moment and just see where it leads you. Or at least I would expect that the game was designed with that in mind. She's the ultimate cat girl. I think it might be supposed to be this way. On a second playthrough you can use saves freely and get more discussions with her. Alright.
You spoke when you needed to act.
Yeah, this thing is biting me in the rear again. I do like to chat.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then
I'm
burn
close to her.
as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison.
Oh yeah, the voice acting is amazing.
I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Can you talk to the cabin? You could have asked me before swallowing me alive. Claw and bite. Fine, you can leave. You can leave, just let me go. Wait for death. Fine, you can leave.
Can I?
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step, and then another, and then...
It's gone quiet, hasn't it?
Ugh, what is the sound? You can feel a churning in the forms around you and then a wet tunneling before you are ejected to a place that is nowhere at all.
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you. This place is cold.
But before you can say anything to her, she's gone. Memory returns. Yeah. I don't know if it was like I wanted.
She's gone. Where did she go?
It just was.
Should we try and find her? And is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
Oh, it lines up perfectly that we end up the stream with that, and you let each other out. I guess she let me go. Of course you're scared, kid. It's going to be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
It's fine. No, that was the princess that we saw earlier.
Oh, I don't like that silence.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Yeah, I referred to last talk with the being. That's fine. I'm up for like a long talk. You are nothing at all. Oh god. So I no longer see anything in the mirror. Oof. But no, that's a raven or something. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Looks like a raven or something. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh, that's the narrator. Okay. The pointer is different. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Holy heck! And then another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me or are you something else? Man, so many options. You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you so many times. Have you been the same you all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Destroy the mirror. I want to ask this.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
I have limited questions, that's okay. Narrator is the thing with feathers. Oh.
And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
God. I was made to do this single task. Who made me? What am I? I do like this question. These seem to be the others from before, right? Yeah, I want to do this one.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I am the long quiet? What? I don't want to be a god, I want to be me. A god, I always knew I was special. Oh god, what do we pick? You said she contains death. What is she? Oh, that's interesting. Are you a god or were you a god? That's also good. What is the princess? Did you make her too? Oh god, oh god, oh god. Why would you want to rid the world of death? I'm pretty sure death is good, actually important even. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. Oh god. I think I'll ask about the princess.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
This first part, she is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Made me feel like transported in a gacha with a whole like load of proper names that I don't freaking know what they mean, but they seem and sound important. Oh god.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Ugh, that's so loud. If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been torture. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death? Or any even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Oh my god. Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? What would it be like to live in a world without her? Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us? I don't want to be a god, I want to be me. Okay, so these seem to be the older ones, okay. There was one here that I actually really like. Yeah, this one.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Yeah, I understood that part. I understood. More or less, I guess. You're delusional. Do you have anything to say for yourself out of here? What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light. Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life. Forever.
That just sounds like a paralyzed utopia. Suspended in time somewhere. Never moving forward, never going back. Never dying, just existing. I don't know.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Are you Sunday? What's happening? Just make everyone in the world perceive her as something non-threatening to the world, I guess. If you made us, then I want you to know that it's torture. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? Your delusion, okay? I don't want to ask these. No, that's fine. Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us? I don't want to be a god, I want to be me. Okay. Okay, these seem to be more interesting. Why couldn't you have told me all of this from the start? I could have helped you destroy her. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? Why did you make her a princess? Of all things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work and we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone? Actually, I'd like to ask that. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? You've called this place a construct. What is this supposed to do? Why would you want to rid the world of death? I'm sure that is important. Or it's good. Okay. What can we ask? I did like that one about... I mean, I would ask what Moth-chan said. Like, why can't I will her into, like, just being good? And this one is about something small, but whatever.
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
I would say that intrusive thoughts already did that. Legit if evil, why hot question. Oh god. Okay, what was... there was another one that maybe was a good candidate. Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
Oh, I chose for her to be a princess. Oh, interesting. Why would you want to rid the world?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
That's it? That's your answer? Okay. This one about the people out there.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Okay, so I'm guessing we have two more by how things progress here. Oh, this is new. I chose to make her a princess. Why couldn't I have made things easier on myself and picked something small or weak, like an ant or a slice of bread? Okay, that seems it's similar to another thing. Yeah, I would ask this one.
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change.
It would appear we are a bird of culture.
Oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
Run out of questions. Okay, I don't get more questions. Okay, so we have... I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Lie, rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. Say nothing and watch him end. I'll be forthright. I don't want to slay her.
Well, There's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh, holy heck. Salute. Oh my gosh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
My pointer is still in the shape of a raven. Interesting. I've missed you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. What happens now? Yeah, this one. I don't know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
She's calling me out. It's more climactic if you don't let her convince you too easily. I don't know what you're referring to. Did I make a bad choice?
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter that what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? This is a good question. I think I'll put a pin on that. There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I also like this one. Yeah, I'll say this one.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh god.
You are the venom. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring. But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion. But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things. A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
Okay. Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation. But it isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. That is kind of true as well. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence. Remain silent. Oh god. Oh god. What does it mean, address the statement directly? What would that even do? The music, yeah, is pretty badass. It means to address the beast. I mean, let's try that. I do like an exploration. Ah, okay, now we get options for it. Got it. Okay. You're right. Without desire, we have no need for relationships. We would all be alone. Yes, without desire, we have no need for relationships. We would all be alone. But if we had no desires, would being alone be so bad? Oh god, philosophy. You cannot use eating me to prove that you're right. But my intentions do matter. I only freed you to save myself. Oh. Oh god, I don't know. Beast is the current perspective you discussed. Yeah, I got it. I'm not sure. Maybe this one.
You still cling to the horror of dying bodies that rot worlds apart from us. How many more vessels would you need to lose before you realize their relevance? You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark. When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
Yeah, but I didn't want to return. I wanted to pick something. I wanted philosophical discussions. Yeah. I'm all for it. I'm trying to absorb it. It is hope that carves meaning into being. I'll say this one, actually. Maybe it gives us more insight.
Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
debate the pants off her. Continue to argue independence. What are the woods then? What is the cabin? What is the time we've spent apart, if not me existing as myself? Yeah, I guess we can go down that line if they keep giving us the option.
Time you spent away from me is still time spent in reference to me. Even then, both of us are more than our bodies. Am I not in the trees? Am I not in the cabin? Am I not in you?
Your lover tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
Ooh, red text. My thoughts alone were enough to reduce you into nothing. Oh god. For the amount of bodies on the screen, it has wearing lack of pants. I see what you did there. I wouldn't be here if destroying you would leave all of reality a colorless blur. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll keep going this way.
You place far too much trust into the ravings of a fearful and ignorant soul who overstepped his bounds. There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
I'm focusing on what she's saying. Everyone else is focusing on the bummies. Okay, I get you. I get you. I can't continue to argue my independence. That's interesting. I'd rather trust an ignorant soul who died trying to make things better than a god who'd let the wheel of suffering turn forever. Oh, interesting. Okay, okay.
Wisdom is everything. I turn the wheel because suffering is a falsehood, a delusion. It is up to the world to free itself of it. Would you plunge yourself into a cold and empty eternity on faith alone? Would you destroy the only other thing like you to save a world you've never seen?
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess. I still have the option there. I was told there was enough of you in me to preserve meaning in existence. I'm going to trust that's true. Oh, interesting. Interesting twist. Slay the princess with a twist. Okay. They all are slay the princess, but they're different things. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. You are cruelty itself and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. Oh, that's a good one. Oh god. Maybe let's do the Explorer one more time. I would want to say this.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
She is change and you're the opposite, and together what does that make you? I don't know what the... I don't know what they're alluding to. Like, I can see like a sort of yin and yang kind of relationship between the two of them. I suppose. The good and the bad and the bad and the good or something like that. But I can't tell exactly what they're pointing at together. Together you are everything, it seems. That's just... Yeah, it's just kind of like the world or something. I don't know. If she is changed, then this means we can fix her. I don't know, Plato. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
A tapestry of life or a tapestry of death? Yeah, I kind of feel like saying this one. I do like this one. If you can influence me, then I can influence you too, right? We're on equal standing ground. Is human love not tied to death? That's natural. Yeah, I also believe that as
What I
well.
offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh, how is the hero back? Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Okay. I have no idea how good it is to hear you. I can do this alone. Where's everyone else? How are you supposed to help? I thought voices weren't allowed here. I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror. Where is everyone
They're
else?
still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Yes, I want to go to her heart. It's nice.
Time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready now. I can do this. I can do this out here on my own. So nothing. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Oh God.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Yeah, we skipped the whole "you're in a path in the woods" thing. Thank God.
Do you need me to describe things?
I like that for old time's sake. Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin? Is the narrator really gone? Is it just you and me?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Okay, if the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin for me for old time's sake?
Yeah, of course.
Check the windows. Oh yeah, I can see the windows.
The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
yeah, we did that.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
You're still... Oh. We're going to her heart. Why do we need the blade? No?
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
Yeah, I guess so.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sure. It's so good to finally see you again. I'm sorry for all the times I've hurt you. I don't think I want to be a god. Are you the same as you are out there? Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you? So now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name? None of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it? What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be? What if we just leave? Fuck. I really do feel like there's no chain on her. Yeah, she's just standing there, or like sitting there, and it's like all silent and like. I'll say this one.
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
I guess I could say I'm sorry.
Well, the first time we met, I scared you so much your organs stopped working. And I meant to do that. If anyone should be apologizing here, it should be me. But hey, we both took things a little far, didn't we? It's no big deal. All of that's behind us now, I think.
You know, when she puts it like that...
Well, if we're having a conversation in these terms, I guess I can sneak this one in too.
I never had one. And do not call me the shifting mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
Oh, that's so nice.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
Oh. I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit.
Oh, that's so good. Yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Just like this cabin.
The cabin. It's like a label. Interesting. Oh no, I'm taking yours. Oh, Zeku, you're so cute. I would ask this, I guess, I don't know.
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
What do you think of her, what she wanted us to be?
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you. And I don't want to be her, if that's what you're asking. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
Okay, I guess I could say this one.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
This I think we have already established. I don't know if it makes sense asking it, so what if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
Oh god. Take her hand in yours. I don't know, but I've always wanted to leave with you. I just didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are, just you and me. Not knowing what it means is why I wanted. We knew everything out there. But we don't know this. I want to know this. It doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together, that's all I want. I'll take your hand. It's cute. That's cute. Which one? I like the first one a lot. There's no need for words, leave with her. Oh, interesting. We're getting that love story end, are we?
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you going to be okay alone? Thanks for everything. Are you sure you don't want to come? Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Leave with the princess. Okay. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel her hand tremble in yours. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's gonna be like out there.
Bea, you wanted to date her last time, now you want to kill her.
Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Aww. I love you. Okay, that's maybe a bit of a leap. Who's going to open it? Are you ready? Neither of us knows what it's going to be like out there. Or just shut up for a moment and open the door. I don't know. Just open the door. And what happens next? Whatever it is, you'll face it together. Oh, that's cute. Everyone is having tea in chat. Okay, that's good. I guess. I don't know what that means. Oh. Yeah, we made it. You will be able to see the chibis of the princesses you saw in one of the many objects. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Also, I saw last time after stream, after I closed the game and checked Steam, this game has 131 achievements. Do you know how many we've gathered over the course of these two streams? 19. out of 131. 19. Yeah. A little bit more than that, but yeah, it's not a lot. It's achievement hunting in this game is brutal. No, but like I take it as a indication of okay, sorry, now we have 20 for that one. So. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Aww. Okay, I can take a screenshot. There we go. And now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab, and it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Explore, join the Discord, explore, join our mailing list, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist. Play our other games, return to main menu. That's funny, that's funny. It's your order of playthrough. Yeah, I assumed it had something to do with that. Yeah. Where is the gallery? I want to reset it. Is it in Memories? Oh yeah, here. Alright, so this is who we've met so far. And these are left to explore. The space between. Interesting. Alright. Yeah. So I guess that's been it. It's perfectly in time. Perfectly in time. So I guess we leave it here for tonight. But with the achievements, what I wanted to say, that I take it as an indication of the sheer amount of content that there is in this game, and how we probably have seen just a small part. Yeah. Alrighty. Here I am. We can do another playthrough after some other game. Well, this is what I was about to ask. What do you want to do next time? Do we take a break and maybe we come back to this and explore other things that we haven't seen at a later time? Do you want to do it Monday? I'm open. I am flexible. I will go for anything that you want. Don't want to have too much Slay the Princess at once. To be honest, this has been quite a lot. So, they wove into it a lot of philosophical things, a lot of existential questions that I need some time to process and ponder, to be honest, because it's hard to like, I mean, I know what my instinct is in the moment, but you know, maybe I need to let that simmer for a bit. Okay, Beat kind of doesn't want more. I would say let it sink in for a bit and do something else first. Let's play Birth. Okay. Yeah, so then let's just do Birth on next stream. It will be last stream of the year. A bit Christmassy. Not the game necessarily, but I do think it's a great idea for the game, so I'm looking forward to it. It seems like a very precious kind of concept, and I'm curious to see what they did with it. And yeah, this can always be there as an option, like in between other things when we take a break or something. And I think it's worked out nicely. And I guess, yeah, after the first playthrough is done, I could do a little bit more research so that we can have a much more guided experience in terms of hunting what we haven't seen so far, so we don't, you know, kind of stumble back into stuff. All right, yeah, one playthrough in a stream, yeah, could be. Zeiko wants more, and I support making Zeiko happy though. But like I said, it doesn't mean that like because we don't do it next time we will never do it. Let's let that sink in. We do Birth just to chill for the Christmassy last stream of the year, and then we can come back to that one, and I get some time to research a bit. I think just using save states will make it easier to ensure root speed. I want. Okay. Okay. Right. Then we will see about that. Yeah, let's do it this way. Is everyone on board with this plan? We do it next year, and we play Birth on Monday. Everyone who agrees, say aye. All right. Yeah. Right. This has been a really nice, really precious experience, Zeku. Thank you so much for recommending the game. I am curious about the things that we also haven't seen, but even what we've seen so far, I can tell there's been a lot of thought put into it, and I'm happy to have experienced it. I don't think I would have bumped into the game on my own, and even if I had, I don't know if I would have played it just by just reading about it by myself or something. So thank you so much for bringing it to our attention and to have in the list of suggestions. So yeah, grateful for that. Thank you very much. Thank you also for your effort in trying to support and guide me through all this. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Am I missing something? I unfortunately don't have a to-do list voice in my head that would remember all the things that I meant to say. That would be very useful if it did. But yeah, it's not like we're going anywhere. We can always chat about it in the server as well. Or if you find something specific that you want me to do, just can always ping me or DM me, or we can plan for that. So it's gonna be okay. Just think of a potential route where you romance the princess and the narrator has to speak it out. Yeah, that would be funny. Let this thought warm your heart until we do this again. Oh god. Yeah, I looked into it because you recommended it. Or Dezo recommended it, and you also supported. I don't know. I think there were like multiple people who mentioned it in Discord. I forget exactly whom, exactly. And I looked into it. It does seem interesting, but at the same time, it seems like something very overwhelming to play on stream. Very overwhelming. So yeah, I wasn't very sold on that idea. But I can think about it. Yeah. We do have a few things in the pipeline to do, and I would want to get through them, at least the ones that I mentioned in the announcement. They're all suggestions from you, not things that I chose for myself. So yeah, I would want to do that. Also, beginning of next year, the time is a little bit like from end of March, beginning of April onward. I cannot say exactly what kind of streaming schedule we will have. There will definitely be a break. And yeah, I would want to just ensure that if I pick something, I can get it done by then. And after that, whatever. Maybe Outer Wilds would be less overwhelming. I don't know. I mean, I know I've heard about the game, but I don't know what it's about. Check the tea house. I will do so. What's there? Oh, cute. Cute. All right, yeah. Feel free to dump them. I'm sure we'll all love them. Okay. Yeah, for tonight, this has been just absolutely perfect. You have been perfect and amazing as always. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again on Monday, and I keep saying Monday so that I can induce you in your heads that we're making an exception we're making an exception and we're streaming Monday. Yeah, last stream of the year. We're gonna play Birth, and after that we're gonna go off into the holidays, and yeah, relax and unwind for the end of the year. So I will see you all then if you can manage to come by. Until then, take care. Have a good night, Plato. Have a great weekend as well. Take care of yourselves. And see you then, and also chat around in the Discord server. Take care. Bye.